the person doing the last time this time is going to be me. Yay.
Yep.
Good, because I can't remember what happened last time.
Well,
I think Kadruil's trying to not remember what happened last time.
Yeah, that's part of it, because in the aftermath of the craziness of everything going to crap, which was going to be a heist and then became a runaway murder something or other, you guys learned that the Loxodon that had died while fighting Riven was Cad's father, and you also went back into Rydell to try to find Riven again, and ended up facing off against a god that Locke Eldritch Blast twice when he pretended to be Riven and made everybody mad.
Yeah, he really pissed Locke off.
Yes. Thank you for the dark thoughts from Riven's mind, Sam. Those were great. Good job. And following that, you went and found Riven, who was unconscious in an alley, tried to get rid of her swords, failed spectacularly, and then it was, are you going to...
Of course I failed. Of course I failed spectacularly to get rid of her swords, because she doesn't have swords, she has axes.
I said axes.
Thank you. No, you said swords.
I said axes.
Nope.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
I can't redo the recording to know, but I'll check it later. I totally said axes. If I said swords, whatever. Anyway.
You said swords. If we confirm you said swords, you owe us all brownie points.
We all get 100 experience.
Okay, so
I'll take an inspiration die myself.
that's what I was gonna say. There's a D&D 5e has a thing that I never use of inspiration die, and if I go back in the recording and then I actually said swords when I thought I said axes, then all of you will have inspiration. Huzzah!
Yay!
Inspiration die means that I get to use a limit break, right?
Wrong game.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's destiny.
Oh, right.
Anyway, so you tried to get rid of Riven's axes, failed, and following that, you left Rydell. Riven thought that the reason that everything had fixed with the spell was because of what she did, so she thought she was going to leave the group. That was not the case. She did not know exactly what had happened with the god that pretended to be her. She still does not know what happened with the god that pretended to be her. You guys didn't tell her exactly the entire story of that. But you said that everything is fine and that you should continue to work together, and decided you were going to leave Rydell and head towards Kurakal, because that's the last place that you saw Yong, or had heard of Yong being, so you were going to go there to look for her. However, along the way, Locke checked his Sunset Shimmer notebook things and found that his mom had sent him a message saying that there was some sort of fire or smoke coming up from Riven's hometown up north from Yukiege, and that the person whom Riven used to be friends with, or is friends with, that's from Dirvel, was in Yukiege and wanting to see her to see if they can go up and figure out what in the heck is going on. So there's an option for that. And then you also, at the very end of the session, got a message from Azza, the dragon, saying, essentially, why did you send me bloody underwear? Locke answered this, and then the session ended.
I was like, yeah, those belong to the guy you wanted us to humiliate and whatnot.
Yes. So, we are going to open up this session on essentially what is the morning of your camp rest that's just about a day's out from Rydell. And you have the option of Are you going to continue on your trek to Karakal, or are you going to go to Yukiege to look into the whole Dirvel thing, Riven's hometown thing? I don't think anyone other than Riven knows that it's other than Riven and the person in Yukiege knows that it's actually called Dirvel, because I don't think she's actually said the name. But
I don't think she has.
yeah.
Has Locke mentioned that he got this message?
Yes, you did that before you got the Aza message.
Right.
Because you saw the message at night when it was during your watch, and then you got the message from Aza in the morning as you were starting to get ready, and you told everyone about the message from your mother right before you got the message from Aza.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So we're jumping in right as soon as that had happened, and you guys are now deciding what you want to do.
Well,
And this is Oak talking. Do we want to continue to go into Karakal and look for Young, or do we want to go into look to see what's going on in Dirvel, or in your hometown, and go to Yukiege instead? Personally, I feel like Young is capable. I don't entirely know where she is. I can double check that. But
Then why haven't you? When we found out that she was missing?
but she was missing because I couldn't get in touch with her. I'm not entirely sure of why. But I can try again.
Okay.
But I don't have sending or scrying in my... Well, I don't have scrying in my repertoire this morning. I have sending. But... I don't know. It's up to you, Riven.
I don't know why there would be smoke coming from my town.
But
There's not really much left of it.
Do you want to go and look into it?
I don't know.
Your friend in Yukiege seemed worried. Though I don't really know why. Does this friend in Yukiege know what had come of your town?
I need to know more by what you mean by friend. Like, who are you talking about?
What was their name again?
In particular, the person that Alessandra was referring to was the person who had the like fruit stand or market stall that was in Yukiege.
Who used to be the barkeep at in Dirvel?
Yep.
Yeah.
That will be who.
I mean, it won't hurt to go see.
And hopefully we can look into Dirvel and see what's going on. Or look into your town and know what's going on. I keep doing that. Oak does not know the name of the town. Rain.
I'm sure Riven would have said something about it.
Think so?
If they've, like, passed by the areas. I know we had to go past there before.
You did go past there several times. So, yeah, let's look into Yukiege then. Let's start heading that way instead of in Karakal.
Alright.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And
That
you
it
guys
does.
will begin your trek more this way.
Bjorn will be riding Rupert the entire time.
Locke will be riding Cad the entire time.
Okay.
Riven will be riding Hollis the entire time, and Oak will be sad.
We need to get Oak a cool mount, man. Come on. The rest of us have something to ride. Well, okay, Cad doesn't have something to ride. He is the mount. But you know what I mean.
Yes, it's fine.
We'll just need to get a tricycle for Cad. And then
A tricycle?
that way he also has a mount.
Why a tricycle specifically?
Because it amuses me.
Fair.
Better than a
It should be
unicycle.
comedically small.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
It's better than a unicycle. Anyway.
I mean, at least a unicycle takes skill to ride.
Yeah, but would Locke want to be riding on an elephant that's precariously balanced on a unicycle that's way too small?
No, he'd migrate to Rupert at that point.
Exactly. So, anyway, you guys are going to begin your trek and make your way towards...
Make him away.
Yes, that. Making your way towards Yukiege.
Nice.
Is there any conversations or any kind of anything that you guys want to be doing?
Nope.
Not off the top of my head, other than like occasionally Locke just fiddles with some of his sorcerer spells just to make sure he has them down. So that shit's still new.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever figure out why my father attacked Riven?
Nope.
I think that's kind of the lingering mystery right now, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, my father would technically be my ancestor now.
Yeah, that is true.
Someone did point that out last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounded
I
familiar.
believe it was me.
Yeah, it was you.
Still a little alarming that that's just I have become an ancestor.
I mean, it's technically true.
I mean, he's gonna be much useful now.
You leveled up. You gained one level of ancestor. We're sorry.
We are sorry for your loss, but here, have some gain instead. You'll be fine.
So that is something I could theoretically do at some point if we wanted to find out what was up with that, because that was sort of random.
It was very sus, yes, we should investigate that.
Okay.
The fact that no one got angry at me for saying sus offends me.
The mind tends to not hear things that are offensive, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
That in itself is sus. Ha.
We are not doing this. I'm so
Don't,
sorry.
don't assist. Just
Why have you
drop the
guys started
subs.
this?
Anyway, it's fine.
I'm sorry. End it.
So I guess in traveling before we settle down or whatever, Cad could possibly sort of sheepishly mention, it's still on his mind. Why would he come and attack? And that seems weird.
I don't know, but he owes me an apology.
Right. I mean,
My
we can't-
father owes you an apology.
Yes,
I think you
he
both.
smashed my face in with a hammer.
That's what we do. That's totally out
Yes,
of character.
that is what you do. But I was just sitting there doing nothing, and then he just rolled up and smashed me in the face. No.
I mean, if nothing else, it's worth a shot. So if you're comfortable trying it, Cad, then by all means.
Yeah. What all do we want to ask other than that? It seems like it might be rude to just call to him and then, "Hi, why'd you attack us?" Or "Why'd you
I
attack
don't
her?"
know. Don't you have some questions as into like what he was doing here?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, the way I see it, if once we ask why he attacked us, his answers might prompt more questions to ask. Until we know more, we don't even know what questions we're supposed to be asking, now, do we? Too
Well,
many unknown variables for us to even start with questions.
Yeah, but the thing is, we can't sit there and flutter on his shoulder while he's doing this and just whisper in his ear with questions to ask.
Well, I mean, I don't have any opposition if you guys want to sit in again.
What?
And then he gets sort of quiet
How?
and looks at Riven.
What?
The
He
first,
said he
something?
doesn't mind if you guys want to sit in again, because you guys kind of did that before. And then he gets kind of quiet and looks at you.
the idea being, of course, that the first time that Cad made use of his spirits and spoke to them, you guys were all there and watching. That's when Locke tried to talk to one of them in the head and made her upset and all that. And then there's the idea
Trying to pry his way in, yeah.
Yeah. There's then the concept of if Cad's father attacked Riven and had some reason that you guys do not know of to do so, then that means that he may, for some reason, have something against Riven. At which point, you guys all being there to watch and talk to him again, it's like, by the way, why did you attack, not us, why did you attack her? And by the way, she's here. It might not look well to do that.
Like, hi.
Hi, you tried to kill me, bitch. Explain yourself.
I don't
So
mind.
that's the thing. She doesn't understand how magic works. Two, if this is going to be like in the mind meditating thing, it's like she has no way to do it except just sit there and look awkward and be like, "Yep, okay, any minute now. How long is this going to take? I'm bored. Oh, look, a tree."
I'm bored.
The thing is, and yes, that makes sense. She doesn't necessarily know how magic works, but
You would actually be seeing them. They're physically in front of us.
I mean, yeah, we've seen them in battle, and she's just going to be like, "Yep, okay, that's a thing now."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm used to this. So.
Anyway,
So, assuming that GM's monologue was something filtered through Oak,
yeah, sorry.
so go back and say it in the Oak voice. Come on. So, so maybe she can be present because I'm sure she wants to know too, but I don't know if that would have any sort of impact on their opinion.
Like, how is me? How am I to interact? What?
In other words, and this is Oak, these spirits, when they show up, are able to communicate with all of us. We can all see them. This isn't going to be a situation where Cad speaks to his ancestors and none of us can see them. We will be able to see them, just like we can see.
I mean, we already see them in battle. I don't understand what you're getting at.
We don't usually have casual conversations in battle. Also, I don't remember them when I'm in battle. I do remember the ones that I call and ask for guidance, apparently. So they're similar, but apparently there's some difference too. Kadruil looks expectantly at Locke as the party's face. Can you explain this?
Why am I the face?
Riven is just confused, like, I mean...
Because you're there.
It's...
Because I'm there. Thanks.
Because we're bros like that.
I mean, to be fair, this is something Locke himself doesn't necessarily fully get. This is not his
Look,
area of expertise.
go get a piece of paper and a pencil and explain.
You want I should explain the chart?
Very
Want to
nicely.
do this with a chart? We can do this with a chart, Riven.
Very nicely done for the callback there, Sam. I like that.
Sage Christ.
Ultimately, yes.
You're welcome.
If we sit down and try to have a chat with your ancestors again, specifically your father, we might be able to figure out. Well, really, we might be able to figure out lots of things about Cad, not just
I mean...
what happened.
you guys apparently have done this before. I don't know how, but nothing bad happened to them, so apparently Cad can have somewhat control, so... I mean,
Wasn't
he
Riven
can't
there the first
control
time they
them,
talked?
right?
It's not
No.
really a matter of.
Because the first time they talked was, like, asking about Riven. Riven was asleep.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's a
same
good point.
here.
That
Noted.
would make sense because the first and only conversation that Cad's had with his specters was specifically made without Riven nearby. So yeah, you're right. Good on you remembering details better than the rest of us, Sam. Good job.
Fine.
So, maybe I make the first question something different and not lead off with that one, but I am curious that one as well. I was always wanting to ask him if he knew why I don't remember my rages. Maybe I could start with that and see if he knows anything on that.
All right.
And then ask what brought him to us and maybe see where that goes.
Hope he doesn't get pissed.
I don't think he usually gets mad like that. He usually just gets very disappointed.
Oh, even better.
Oh, the
Disappointment. The last thing we all need. Audible
Oh,
grumbling.
please, we're already disappointments.
Yeah,
Have you
but
seen us?
being disappointed in ourselves is acceptable and not upsetting because we're the ones making the determination. When it's other people, it's like, oh no, we fucked up, and it just gets really
I think there's
upsetting.
already people disappointed with us. Wasn't your mother disappointed with you for breaking your father out of jail or something?
Honestly, I never asked, and that's one part of her opinion I actually don't care about. It was the right thing
Okay.
to do. It's,
Is it though?
from where I stand, yes, it was.
Yeah, and look how it turns out he's not staying at home.
Yeah, at least I have a means of communicating with him now, and I tapped the book.
Are you sure that's not going to get lost in a dungeon or something?
I mean, there's no accounting for every single possibility, but I'm gonna make damn sure I don't drop it easily.
I met your father.
Oh, well, to be fair,
What if he
I
gets
just...
thrown in jail again?
Well, it'll be time for another jailbreak then. I'm having this man in
Son.
my life, damn it.
Dear son, it happened again. Sorry.
I'm having this man in my life, damn it. Fuck everything else.
Yes, don't tell your mother. Oh crap, never mind.
Yeah, who do you think provided the spell scrolls to bust you out this time, Dad?
Anyway, all right. So
So, Kadruil would be somewhat
There's your new
willing to
name,
try.
Locke the Jailbreaker.
Kadruil's the teddy bear. The mascot?
that
The mount. No. Anyway,
Carry on.
moving on.
so yeah, I guess he would be willing to try or something.
Okay. I sort of imagine that you're not going to necessarily want to stop in the middle of the road and try this in the middle of the day. You're probably going to
No.
Yeah,
Set
wait
up
until
camp.
we're at camp.
yes
Yeah, at
set
camp
up,
before we lay down or something.
Under the light of the full moon. Very
That's
important.
That's actually a question because I'm not exactly sure how the moon cycles work in my world, but sure.
How many
See,
moons do you have?
You see, for Eno, that's fine because I just have a fantasy calendar, and it just tells me what the phase is.
I mean, yeah, I have a fantasy calendar thing that I've been using too, and technically you had a full moon that I presented in canon back when you guys fought the dealt with the cathedral. So,
We've not had another one since then, so like how many months is it
We
between full moons?
could have.
But if we have had one, it just wasn't important enough to mention.
anyway,
Right.
regardless, you set up for the night to camp, and then you're going to prepare for Cad to do his thing to chat with his ancestors again.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when Cad sits down to do that, it's basically him meditating and just sitting for like 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, he will have his specters around him, and he can actually see them, and everybody can actually see them.
Nice.
And this is when Riven realized, oh hey, they can see us and we can see them.
And she already knew we could see them.
Yes.
They don't seem vacant or whatever. They're like acknowledging our presence.
Yes. And in particular, you will get the specter that you had spoken to previously, which was a female Loxodon. That will sort of approach Cad and, well, hello again.
Hello.
Locke will kind of awkwardly look away and just gently, awkwardly cough. Quiet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
So I'm assuming that my father is not currently present.
Not among the ones that you can see, no. Not currently.
Okay.
Wait, Postros, was that actually Cad's father?
Do what?
Is that a question?
Spiritorial.
Is that a?
No, I was out of character.
I mean,
Interesting plot twist if it wasn't.
I mean, for one, Cad believes that
I came out and saw my father, and it looked exactly like my father. I identified him as my father, grabbed Locke, and bolted.
That's the thing. You could consider him your father, but you don't know if he took you as a baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. Adoption is a thing.
Huh.
So,
Anyway, moving on.
I love how the DM is just subtly nudging us away from that train of thought. It's like, oh shit, I think I got my plans. Abort! Abort!
so I guess I would greet her and then ask if I was able to see or request audience with specific ancestors.
She sort of tilts her head at you curiously. Specific ancestors? Do you have someone in mind?
My father recently passed. Would it be possible to speak with him? I don't know how this works exactly.
I see. Give me just a moment, okay?
Sure.
And she will sort of turn away and like briefly disappear. And then there is a sort of shuffle among the specters that are there as she goes to join them, the one that you were just talking to. And a spectral representation of your father will appear.
I know this is out of character, but now they have me paranoid. Does he look like my father?
He looks the same as the person that Riven killed and the person that you believe to be your father, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I would have felt bad. I'm sorry.
So this is incredibly awkward.
Yes. Cad's good at that.
Yeah, Cad is very proficient with awkwardness. He gets a +4 proficiency bonus in it. So I want to be like, how's it going? But that's so stupid. Kadruil's normally very, like, laid back. And that does not feel appropriate.
Currently, the representation of your father is just giving you a look that you feel that you remember him giving you quite a bit. The look of that you mentioned earlier, the premise of he was never really angry with you. He was just more disappointed.
Yeah.
And that's what his expression is saying now. He's not angry, he's just disappointed. And he is also giving a side eye of just sort of a I'm watching you towards Riven.
Right, can I roll to see if I notice?
Insight or perception, sure. Whichever one's higher for you.
20.
Yep. He's sort of giving you the side eye.
What?
Let's not pick a fight.
Don't make him stop giving me that look. I did nothing wrong here.
I always wanted to ask you, but I never had a chance to. Do you know, by chance, why I don't remember my rages? Sort of black out or something?
Kadruil, your rage is the source of your strength. And unfortunately, sometimes that strength overwhelms you.
Kadruil was just sort of awkwardly trying to figure out how to start the conversation, and then that with Riven is like, gotta interject, bleh.
Goddamn families.
It's one way to make it work.
So it overwhelms me. So maybe sometime I could train and be strong enough to control it. You think?
That is a possibility, yes.
Well, that makes him feel slightly better. So what brought you over to where we were before? What led up to you coming and crossing paths with us?
With you.
Well, with her. Sort of nudging towards Riven.
What did I do?
No.
Just be polite. Just be polite. We're talking to his dad and a dead man.
I mean,
At this point, blame is irrelevant.
look, he's staring at me right now. I don't like that look. It puts me on edge. No.
You're talking to a dead man. Have a little respect, Riven, please.
What?
I'm 17 years old. I should not have to be the adult in this situation. And he's right. He shouldn't be.
So
I don't care who started it. I'll finish it. Is essentially what's going on here.
I guess I'm just curious what brought you up, and had you crossed paths with Riven and led to what happened? I'm curious. I don't understand.
You were not the only one that loses control. I had to stop her before you got hurt.
I was doing nothing.
She doesn't really seem to lose control. Not like I do.
He'll give
Why?
a look he'll actually give a
Go ahead.
look towards Riven. Do you remember all
What?
that you do?
What? Yes.
Everything?
Yes.
Are you in full control of everything that it is that you do?
She kind of just sits there and starts to pat herself and be like, "Yeah, I feel like I'm in control right now. Yeah, of everything."
Right now? There's no battle right now.
Even in battle, I do control myself.
So every every kill that you have made, you wanted to make.
It was either me or them.
What about the shopkeep?
I told you, I did want to do that one.
So why did you confront her before or instead of coming to me directly?
You wouldn't stand a chance against her, Cad. If I had confronted you first, you would have confronted her. You're not who I was promised. I had to do it myself.
I feel like we were past the point where being vague is acceptable, with all due respect.
Please, I need simpler terms. Stop beating around the bush, please.
That too.
Anyone who is looking right now, and keeping an eye on this specific situation, which is essentially everybody, can give me a perception check.
Oh boy. 14.
And
I potentially see and or smell it.
Nope.
Bjorn was distracted by the campfire popping. What?
or
Bjorn
the ale.
put 3 cups in already, alright? So he's just not at his best.
The out-perceptioned the perception monkey.
Yes, you did. Alright. So, Bjorn doesn't see it. Riven doesn't see it. But it would make sense for Cad to start to notice it. Was the statement that you made, Sam, earlier of... You said that statement was out of character. The bit about, is this actually his dad or whatever?
I mean, yeah, it was out of.
Right. So... Because of the trip that you took to Yvonne, Cad, you remember the Loxodon up in Yvonne telling you that there was... They thought that you were an Yvonne Loxodon, not from Caverton. You were an Yvonne Loxodon because you looked more like an Yvonne Loxodon, which was essentially the concept of Asian elephant versus African elephant. You have bigger ears.
That would be a good question for him as well.
And what you are more starting to think about with that higher perception roll is you don't really look a whole lot like your dad. I mean, there's age and wrinkles and other things that could change his facial structure and stuff like that, but you had always, part of when you were training to be a guard, there was always this moment of sort of ugly duckling kind of concept of you didn't really look like anybody else. You were sort of picked on for it a little bit, but mostly people just let it go. And then your rages came along and your rages didn't work correctly and that made it worse. And then you weren't a guard anymore and you were thrown into being secretary. That stuff starts to really come ahead as you start to get a closer look at this representation of your father that looks exactly like he always looked to you, but he doesn't look like you.
Right.
So did we hit the money on the head and just didn't realize it?
I mean, somehow they're related.
Unless it's simply about association rather than blood? That doesn't seem right.
I mean, that could be.
So after silently looking troubled in his thoughts for a few moments, Kadruil would just sort of blurt out awkwardly, "Were you really my father?"
Took you long enough. And suddenly everyone's vision goes out and you find yourself waking up at the end of your watch at early morning. Riven, you're outside. Everybody, you're in the tent waking up.
What in the
Heck?
fuck?
What?
I beg thine pardon.
Mine too. What the hell just happened?
Is
Pardons.
Bjorn drunk or is he sober?
That's a beautiful question.
That's it, Bjorn. You can't drink us that far under the table anymore.
Look, Silver's not here, so you don't have much of a challenge.
Ooh, so
We'll give him
those
a
are
run
rare.
for his money. But. So yeah,
I have
back
a
back
question.
to actual fantasy reality. What?
I have a
What just
question.
happened?
This is an important question.
What?
Bjorn,
Yeah.
how quickly upon setting up camp do you start to dip into your endless flask of ale?
It was already 3 drinks in, apparently, during said ritual thing.
Yeah. Usually it doesn't start until camp is like all the way set up and generally around the time that dinner gets started.
Okay.
So we usually have one in him by the time the meal is served.
The logistics question here that I have then is however far into his drinks that Bjorn was by the time that Cad finished the ritual is when you're at when you all wake up.
Oh, so I'm still drunk.
So we just straight up had like a time skip here? What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Something really funky happened when Cad summoned his spirits this time. You did not realize it, but effectively his summoning call to summon his spirits knocked you all out.
Apparently.
Oh, I don't like the feeling of this. No, no.
Magical.
Out of character. This is dream fuckery bullshit.
Yeah, I have enough of that when I have enough of that when I deal with my patron.
So,
In with the dreams. Do we actually have to go and kill her in the Fey realm or something?
so you guys will all wake up.
Dodges the question. Expertly done.
What are you going to do?
Bleats and confusion.
Very confused.
You guys will all remember the conversations that were had in that exchange. But you will remember them vaguely and sort of off kilter as if it was a dream. So, at first, there's the idea in all of your heads that did Cad actually do that? Or did I dream that he did
Is
that?
it?
This is
But anyway,
weird.
Make that look
Today
what
is
you
weird.
So, what are you guys doing?
Eating pistachios.
I guess continuing on to Yukiege? I mean, I did say Locke, bleats, and confusion, so...
Oh,
He
like,
bleats.
Yeah, like a sheep.
Locke wakes up.
I mean, I'm joking, of course, but...
Oh no, that's pretty funny.
So was it
You've
just
been-
one watch that we slept through?
It was your entire watches.
Oh, so the whole night. Awesome.
And we, yeah, this.
We
don't
feel rested.
Well, yeah, that's what I was. Yep.
Why? I don't think. Then why? If we're rested, then why is Bjorn still drunk?
That does beg
I
a
feel
question.
very
Man,
sure
it does some
rejuvenated.
weird shit.
Yeah, you guys don't feel particularly rested. That sleep was not kosher. So,
I vote we stay here and press the rest button for another 8 hours.
I mean, that is a vote. I'm not sure how much I agree with it, but it's a vote.
If we are to continue journeying in this state, you will have to make coffee.
What is
I walk into the tent, and I come back out with a mug of hot cocoa, and I hand it to you. Will this do?
For now.
It's like, good.
I mean,
That'll be
disappears.
5 silver.
You guys aren't particularly hard pressed, so really you could just continue your journey and then sleep at the next camp.
Alright.
Because exhaustion is a thing, but one level of exhaustion is not going to mess up your movement speed or anything like that. So,
And we were told that there was smoke coming from Riven Town, so we probably want to make some sort of
Old
progress.
town
to that.
that's already been like ransacked and overrun with cold bolts. I mean, not cold bolts, goblinoids.
yes,
That
goblinoids.
Yeah, Skunk was about to say, I beg your pardon.
No, just hush you.
Never.
Anyway, shouldn't that
Hey,
be
look, I
never
got a nice, lovely rat over here. Go, get.
Shouldn't that be never in Skunk's voice?
Do I look like a cat to you?
Meow.
Yes. Get out of here.
No.
Wahaha.
Anyway,
I staunchly refuse.
so is anybody going to talk about the weird, crazy dream thing? That does feel like a dream, yet you do remember it.
And it's just all a bunch of confusion.
Oh yeah,
We're
Riven.
all just a whole bunch of confusion.
That's a
Like,
very common thing for Riven at the moment.
like, what do we
Yeah.
even say about all of that?
Hey, guys.
Yes.
Did anyone else have a weird dream?
Aww. I was going to be like, Kadruil knows exactly what to do. Hey guys, I just had this really cool idea. It came to me in a dream. Sorry, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I get the impression it probably wasn't a dream if we're all remembering it, though.
What do you
Yeah.
remember?
I remember. Fucking. I do not remember fucking. That is a milestone I have yet to reach.
Kadruil just does a slow turn to you.
Shut up.
It was my father, I think.
Yeah, that was the whole idea.
He kept giving me a weird look.
Well, he did die fighting you. That's to be expected.
Yeah, but why? It didn't answer why.
I feel like whatever happened there that we're now vaguely remembering raised more questions than it answered, and that irritates me. I'm getting
let's
really
just
bothered by
get to you.
things not answering our bloody questions.
Let's just hurry up and get to Yukiege.
Yes, I agree with that plan. At some point, maybe we can try that shit again and hope for an answer that makes sense. And that we can remember. Without shit turning into, oh hey, a dream.
Without, like, yeah.
But I can't help but wonder that, and this is dope. Like, so did he do the ritual to summon inspectors and all of us get knocked out and go to sleep?
Apparently? 'Cause I don't
Yep.
remember going to sleep.
I don't remember going to sleep either. The impression I get is either one of two things, at least from my limited experience. One, we touched on a important question that they weren't in a position to want to answer, and they knocked us out to dodge the question. In which case, pussies. Alternatively, from the moment we made contact, we were under the effects of some sort of spell that we simply didn't realize, and that happened. It's also possible that it's somehow similar to how Amundsen does his whole time distortion
I
shenanigans.
mean, I have a question.
Yeah.
Was it magic that put us to sleep?
I will cast Detect Magic and look for any lingering traces on us.
With your detect magic, you do get a very faint, lingering aura of magic over the whole party, and then of course there's the strong necromancy aura coming off of Riven that's just ever present right now.
Right,
And
and I don't
then-
comment on that because that'll just lead to a discussion we've had a trillion times.
What's that?
And I'm not going to commentate on that aura because that's
Right,
just going to
yeah.
lead to we've had
That's
a trillion times.
At this point, it may be less than ideal and less than good, but at this point, it's just like seeing an aura on a weapon that you know is already there. So,
It's like, yeah, I know you're fucked. I can't really do anything about it right now.
but there is a lingering aura about you, about this, and Locke, make for me an Arcana roll.
Oh boy, Arcana. Luckily, I am actually not terrible at that, I hope. 10.
So
Sounds of disappointment.
the way that this aura is hitting you is it's magic, but it's not exactly magic. It doesn't have a specific school that it's sitting in or anything of that persuasion. But it does seem vaguely familiar. Like a magic that fit this kind of aura has hit you before.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I can remember where from? Or wisdom, or whatever?
Wisdom, yeah, sure.
Alright. I mean, my intelligence and my wisdom are the same thing, so 6. Never mind.
Yeah. It's not really coming to you where it's from, precisely.
I'll inform the group. Okay, so there is some sort of lingering magic on us, but it's weird. It doesn't have a specific magic school like you might expect. It's more abstract? Primal, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what word to assign to it. It just feels different.
Normal type.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
I said normal type, Pokemon. It's not
Oh.
type, it's normal. Anyway.
That explains it. I don't do Pokemon, so I don't get it. Yes, I know. I just put a death sentence upon myself in the eyes of the internet. Sue me. All right.
So, with that in mind, it just feels oddly familiar. You're not entirely sure why.
I'm not sure, but it feels like I've been hit by this sort of magic before, but I can't remember where from. Must have been a while.
And actually, even with your Arcana of 10 and the low roll of being at least a 5, you feel like it might have been recent.
Recent.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the same sort of magic that punted us during the Noro fight by chance? Except no,
Nope.
that was strictly necromancy.
I'll give it to you because I want to cleanse the water, so to speak. Because yes, Riven made it, or not Riven, Sam Sam made a very good point. Locke has Fey ancestry. Normal magic can't put him to sleep.
All right. So does that mean the last chain of events suddenly changes?
No. Because this isn't normal magic. This is deity magic. Like the magic that hit you in Rydell.
Oh, great. Divine shit.
Wait, does that mean? Does that mean Caverton has a god as well?
Is this like that? Is this like the Pompeii household god things on crack?
No. But this does very much imply that Cad's spirits are not normal spirits.
Oh boy.
Which you already knew this. They weren't working the way that they were supposed to. But there's this premise of they can launch some sort of aura that's like god magic, and he was seeing his quote-unquote ancestor that did not look like him.
Right. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
There's some.
So many questions.
Mm-hmm.
We've hit the part of the campaign where everything's like, okay, you think you've won, now it's time to fuck your brains.
I mean, there's also the avenue of there's breadcrumb here, little tidbit here, little thing here, and all these events that have been going on in the background the whole time, and now everything's starting to come to a head because you're coming towards the climax of the entire story, and whoosh, here's everything all at once.
Dun dun dun.
It turns out
Kadruil's
Cat's the bad guy.
interesting.
I like my idea better.
Mm-hmm.
What?
My idea that it's just, we thought we won and now everything's just getting mindfuck.
I mean,
yeah.
that's kind of what we're.
It kind of is. And on that note, Locke,
Oh no, what?
you get yet another message from the Dragon Lady.
Oh good, what?
Well, since you succeeded in getting rid of that pest before, I'm not going to be as harsh. Let's say 20 platinum this time if we want to keep it going.
Oh, jeez.
Do we have that much?
Are you asking the whole group?
Yes. Like, hey, Dragon Lady's asking for her money again. Do we have this much?
Yes.
I have gold.
Just 20 platinum?
Yeah, I can cover that as well.
I mean, I have 159 platinum right now.
Well, shit.
And I
She
have,
gives
and
the
I,
20
and I have,
platinum.
and I have 110.
Save your money. You have better uses for it than I do.
Yeah, but enlisting the head of this dragon was also my idea.
I don't need money, Locke. Just take the damn money.
Okay, if you insist.
Okay, good enough. So, with that in mind, you are going to effectively continue ever onward.
Yep, such is the idea.
We are forever walking.
Yeah. There's no anything specific that anybody wants to discuss?
Not off the top of my head.
No.
Okay.
I shall not give the voice in the sky time skip fodder. No.
So you're staying mostly to the road. I'm not going to put any kind of perception things as you're traveling along the road. Everything seems to be going well.
Seems to be.
Seems to be, yes. There's nothing dangerous or anything going on. There might be moments when you pass by somebody who's traveling or some such or other, but nothing hostile or harsh or anything like that. Actually, just for sake of continuity and amusing, there is a moment while you're traveling along the road here that you do pass the adventuring party from Yukiege,
Oh,
and they're going
okay.
they're going the opposite direction from the way that you're going. Whoosh.
do we want to ask them about like the smoke? See if they know anything.
I mean, we could.
Probably should. It might be where they're coming from.
Go on, Locke. Go.
God, I'm the one being volunteered. Sure, why not? Okay. Locke will approach that group then.
Oh, hello again, says the Blinkling among that group.
I forget the Blinkling's name.
I think we forget
Blinken.
all their names.
Hey, Blink.
The Blinkling's name is, I do believe, let me double check. I want to say Arwen.
Alright.
That's a fun name. Yeah, Arwen.
Alright. Hi. Quick question. We're on our way back to Yukiege at the moment. How long ago were you there last?
I mean, we just left there.
Alright. Did you see any signs of like a fire or something? Off in the distance?
I mean, we saw a lot of smoke coming from up north,
Right.
and the
And you guys didn't think about checking it out?
well, I mean, no one asked us to. It's a little ways out of the way.
And you guys weren't curious?
I mean, if somebody paid us to go look, we'd go look.
You guys only do things to get paid?
We're mercenaries. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You're mercenaries? We
Well,
thought you were adventurers.
Spell swords, adventurers, mercenaries.
No, there's a big difference, I think.
One of us has fun.
Can we not, please?
Regardless, yeah, we did see a little bit of stuff that was going on up there.
Alright. Any ideas what specifically, or did you just like seem like, huh, that's cool, we're going this way now?
I mean, we have something we're going to go and do in Rydell, so we're going that way. But as far as like what's going on up in that neck of the woods, I don't really have
It's a
any
tip.
idea.
As a tip.
Hmm?
Actually, hold on. Let me do an insight on whether or not I like you guys or not.
It's like,
You
as a
haven't
tip,
really
wait,
interacted
hold on,
with them, I don't
hold
think.
on.
17. Okay, I'm pretty decent. Don't
I don't-
kill anyone in Rydell. Just don't. Trust me, don't. Just don't.
We would not kill anybody in Rydell anyway. It's a busy town.
But you said you guys.
We get thrown in jail in a heartbeat. Of course, I could get out of jail, and
Jail is your least of your problem.
Yeah, trust us. We have first-hand
before you say
experience.
jail is the least of your problems, the little Blinkling's like, of course I could get out of jail easily, and the like big tall Goliath girl that's with them just sort of bunks him on the head like, don't do that. And then you're like, it's the least of your worries, and then the Goliath is, and what is exactly?
It's hard to explain and irritating. Needless to say, however, things get weird and very, very complicated very, very quickly. Just trust me, we have first-hand experience with it, and it's a distinctly unpleasant experience, and also
then
very offensive.
The little gnome, because this, to remind, this is a party of a Blinkling, a gnome, a Goliath, and a tiger tabaxi. And at the moment of things get weird, the gnome's like, well, now I'm curious, and then both the Goliath and the Blinkling go, no.
No murder. Just trust me, it's interesting for about 5 seconds, and then it just becomes a giant pain in the arrogant ass.
Well, all right then. Thanks for the input, I guess.
You're very welcome. Please do not reverse psychology this. I do not need that on my conscience.
Following that, you guys will continue on, I guess.
Yep.
Not just like, don't do this, goodbye.
Hi, do you know anything about this thing? No? Okay, don't do this other thing. Goodbye. Get fucked.
Pretty much.
I'm kind of hoping something happens where we have to go like, oh, great.
So you continue on your trek.
Wouldn't it?
And you're about... Let's see. Yeah, that's good. You're 1 day's left out of Yukiege, and it's you rest for the night. You do your whole camping thing, and everything is fine. And in the morning, following that, you will get a message again, Locke.
Oh, good.
This time, it's not Aza, and it's not a message
good.
in your Sunset Shimmer books.
Oh, good.
This time it's Alex.
Right, refresh my memory, Alex.
Alex was the pretty boy cleric that you met in Damapur that then went to and stayed in Fumok for a while.
Alright. For some reason, my brain decided to be like, the horny one, and I'm like, no, that's wrong.
Wrong one. I don't think that
I don't think we know a horny one.
No, not really. I mean, if you mean in the context of what a person could be as that, then no. But technically, you do know a tiefling, so. But no, not that. Anyway, and Alex will message you, Locke, and he'll be like, so your friend Ulara, the artificer south of Fumok, she told me to send you a message that she has a quest for you, should you be in the mood to follow up on that.
How many quests coming up now?
I'll send a message and I'll reply like, Jesus Christ, how many quests do people have for us today? We are busy. We have a lot going on.
And as that in response in sending, Alex will spend a second sending that's, hey, don't shoot the messenger. I was just saying.
Okay, sorry. Let her know we have a lot going on. If we can find time, we'll come see, but we have a lot going on right now.
Yep.
Is it?
That is.
Okay, so, the artificer we know apparently has shit for us to do as well.
What did she want us to do?
No idea.
You didn't ask?
Look, I don't like talking to the pretty boy, alright?
Pretty boy?
The one who sent the messages.
I'm sorry, Locke. I didn't know you felt that way.
Shut up. And like secretly in his head is like, look, I am absolutely attracted to cat boobs, alright? And we know he is too. It's been a thing that we've seen happen.
Do you have trinket?
Wrong cat.
God damn it.
Anyway.
Not old saggy cat boobs, no.
To be fair,
learning
Locke
those
didn't really have that kind of issue when interacting with the party a second ago. They do have the tabaxi.
Yeah, he was more focused on the important shit at that moment rather than hopelessly attempting to flirt with someone who already knows that he is hopeless.
She wouldn't have any interest in you anyway. You're small.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Ooh.
Anyway. So
So many birds.
you're going to continue on to Yukiege finally.
Yes.
Yep. Please let us get to Yukiege. So many quests to stop us from going. Why?
You're
And it's
Yukiege.
around here that we get a quest to go somewhere else.
You have made
All
it
of a sudden,
to Yukiege. Congratulations. Now what?
All of a sudden, Yong sends a message.
Y'all didn't even know that spell.
That's what I
wait.
learned, guys.
You did have that comment of wanting Oak to try to talk to Yong again or see what's going on with Yong.
Yes.
If you were going this way.
Yes.
Did we get anything out of that?
Yeah, in regards to that, that was probably way down here somewhere when you were traveling, because all he needed was a night to try to do sending and scrying and all this other mess. So, in regards to that, Oak will follow up on that. Okay, so Oak is okay. Yeah, so I did actually get in touch with Young. She's totally fine.
Is she alive?
She's good. We're great. We're groovy.
Where's she at?
She when I messaged her in sending, she didn't really give me a place of where she was. She was kind of talking soft, so she was probably doing some sort of ninja thing. That's what she does. And she said she was going to find her way back to me when she did.
But isn't it in your head?
Well, I don't see her in my head. I talk to her. Locke, help.
Yes, but in the head. So why would she be speaking softly in her head?
It's a magic thing.
What?
It's a magic.
What?
She was speaking,
It's a magic thing?
She was speaking carefully because she was focused on what she was doing as well as focused on the conversation that she was having in her mind. So no, she wasn't necessarily whispering, but she was speaking deliberately and carefully because she was multitasking, which tells me that she was doing something. Which, knowing that it's Young, the something is probably ninja-ing, because that's what she does.
Yeah.
But she's not a very good ninja.
It's only when you can't see her. Okay? She does just fine.
She's a fine ninja. I'm just a better rogue.
I'm not even gonna mess with that.
I would still like to... Okay. It would be better if we knew where she was.
I agree, but she didn't tell me where she was.
Well, that's when you be annoying, brother.
And then I get her caught in wherever she is. Because last I checked, she was
we
looking
can go
into
rescue her.
Last I checked, she was looking into silver. So if she's trying to be careful and be all ninja-y, whoever's going to catch her is going to be the people who are got silver right now. And I don't want her to get caught by them. Thank you.
Agreed.
But ultimately, she's okay.
Oh, wait. So,
You second guessing that, Riven?
I thought you said she was at her that Silver was at her temple, right, Locke?
Pretty sure.
So why would we need to go to Curakel for Yang?
That's
Oh,
where
she's
she
trying
went.
to be sneaky in Curakel.
And apparently that's the last
confused.
place. That's the last place we've heard about her being. If I recall, it's been a bit.
For Yang, yes, but not Silver, because I thought you said Silver was in her temple.
Well, yeah, but Young is part of the team. We want to make sure she's all right.
Hey,
Yes,
Riven,
Huh?
roll insight.
Let's see if she actually knows what she's talking about, or does she get confused and smoke just starts coming out of her ears? 12.
Okay. So with what Oak has said, a decent leap in logic would be that when Yang was looking into try to figuring out where Silver is or what happened with Silver, something led her to Caracal in doing that. So she went to Caracal, and then something happened in Caracal that got her stuck, or got it to the point where she was not able to communicate with Oak for a bit, which is what worried him initially. And then him going back and talking to her now and saying that she is fine then implies that she's perhaps in a better place than she was a moment ago, but she's not able to divulge where that place is. Best as you can tell, Oak is being truthful in his statement. So, and you do know that Oak is the type to care about his family and his siblings, whether they're adopted or not, because that's the thing that he does, and all this. But it's the focus right now is going towards where you guys are going, not messing with Yang. Plus, if Yang has something to do with Riven or Silver, then it's going to be, we go to Silver's temple to try to deal with that, which means we need the army, which means we need the dragon and all this other mess, and then Oak doesn't want to deal with that. Not yet, anyway. So, yeah. It's a big, complicated mess. That's what it is.
Yeah, so smoke is coming out of her ears. Okay.
Yes, I should have just ended it at that.
Okay, it's just she's still sitting there, just confused as they're walking. Like, okay, whatever.
Look, when you get confused, just nod your head and say yes.
Why would I nod my head and say yes?
Because it's funny and it acknowledges that you have no idea what's going on.
But I don't know what's. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, so that doesn't.
Just nod your head when we stop to take a breath. And I'll pat Riven on the shoulder and carry on.
This doesn't sit well with Riven, and that's fine.
He doesn't know what she's agreeing to.
True. So, also, actually, you guys are going to make it into Yukiege finally, and what is your plan of attack here? It's sort of close to the evening by the time you make it into actual town, so you're probably going to go to Alessandra and take a rest.
I mean, Alessandra's the one who sent us the message about the thing being, thing, right?
Right.
So yeah, it just makes sense to go to her first anyway.
Riven's not going to her first.
Riven is going to the former bartender first.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Straight to the mouth.
Alright.
So, straight to the mouth or whatever.
Or the source.
Or source, yeah, source. So you make your way there, and she's, Riven, thank goodness you're here. I was hoping she could get in touch with you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Um,
I'm sure she can roll an inside know that, something's up with Riven. Because, multiple voices.
oh yeah, there's that, and so she's like, so you're wait, are you okay?
I'm fine, what's going on?
Sort of shakes her head. Okay, so there was more smoke coming from Dirvel. Like, more than just what's left of the town up there was on fire, more than just what was it like up there the last time you saw it? Like, did you ever tell her what that was?
I told her that basically it became like a
goblin camp or
Oh.
something?
Yeah, like a big goblinoid camp.
Okay. So, okay. It was a big goblin camp the last you saw it, right?
Yes.
I've been hearing word. I don't know how substantial the rumors are, but I've been hearing word that the goblinoids up in the north up there have been like more on the warpath than normal.
Okay.
So I don't know if the goblins of Dirvel are a part of that, like the source of that, or being attacked by that, or what. But like, I kind of do want our town back, Riven.
But there's nothing left. We're a town of like a couple thousand people, and they took it out. Like, we don't have a big enough force to take it back. It's like, all I know is a handful of us, but
Well, like, I know, I understand that, and I get that. But
I understand it's home.
well, yes, there's that. But at the same time, if there's some sort of big, like, goblinoid war going on, then maybe you could go up there and, like, let them fight each other and then take it back when they're weak or something. I mean, goblins aren't that strong or smart, so
Well,
if they're
they
fighting
were
each
smart
other,
enough for three. Well, somehow they got three of them to work with each other. 3 groups to work with each other.
do you, I mean, you know goblins, right? You know how they work.
As best as I could figure out, yeah.
Do you think that's normal? Like 3 of them to work together like that?
No, but somehow they did, and I don't know why they did, and why Dirvel.
It's ultimately up to you. I think that it's something worth checking out just to see what's become of it. You're stealthy. Your group is stealthy. You could go up there, look, see what's going on, and then just come back.
Yeah, we're stealthy.
Well, what's that
Hey,
mean?
thanks.
What's that mean? Last
No,
I checked,
don't-
you guys were
Don't
like,
worry about it. Don't worry about it.
okay.
We killed a man. 2 of them.
You're not here.
I know I'm not. But Brian is.
Wait, who is this being right here? I've never met them before.
Hello! Carry on.
Ah,
It's
mysterious
in the sky
being.
has competition.
Apparently.
She'll just sit there and go like, "All right, we'll go look. We'll go look into it for you."
That's all I ask. Figure out what's going on. And maybe you can take out the goblins when they're weaker or something, or I don't know.
We'll see.
Did you travel? Have you traveled up there any in the recent weeks?
We've always
getting an echo?
skirted around it.
So, have
But-
you heard about anything with goblins attacking up there in that time?
No.
Technically, that's a lie, but Sam might not remember.
No. That shouldn't be a lie. I know we sat there and found a scouting group. But that was it. Nothing about light.
You had in particular, the goblins that you encountered that you let run away were talking about the goblins in Dirvel being more aggressive and taking bigger risks, and they wanted to run. And then there was also the bugbear and harpies that showed up while you were up in the north that dropped freaking gunpowder on you.
Ah, good point.
And at the time, it wasn't something that was brought up, but not that this matters, but those canisters of gunpowder that went kablooey,
Yeah.
yeah, they were being carried, not by the harpies, but by the goblins that the harpies were carrying. If the bugbear had not been slowed, he would have made fiery zombie goblins. But anyway,
I see a lot of explosions coming into our future, which sounds fantastic.
I mean, we're a D&D party. This is to be assumed.
Well, until you learn Fireball.
I mean, he's got levels of wizard. He could learn fireball eventually. Or not wizard,
Maybe.
sorcerer,
Who knows?
rather.
Assuming the
Does-
campaign goes that long.
Right.
Well-
So, yeah, the answer is we'll go check it out.
That's all I ask. Just to see what you can find. Don't put you or your friends in any immediate risk if you can help it, but just go up there and check it out.
Alright.
And
I best go head back to the group then.
before you go, I gotta ask, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You look a lot different from the last time I saw you, and you sound strange.
I'm fine.
Well, that's not fun with, like, echoey voices. Nah, nah, nah.
Like,
Because you did, like, a drone-out, I'm fine, so there'd been, like, a subtle echo of your voice that was a different voice. Yeah, it would have sounded weird.
reverb. Awesome.
Exactly that, yes. Locke, you go to your mother. Hooray!
Just imagine the jokes in the chat. Oh, he's running to mommy. To which I say, fuck you, she's a badass wizard.
I mean, yeah. She could quite literally put whatever creature was attacking you in timeout. So you go to Alessandra, and I'm assuming the rest of the party follows and goes with you to Alessandra.
I would assume so.
Unless Bjorn wants to follow Riven.
No, Bjorn is staying with the party.
Alright.
Okay. So, what do you say upon getting back to your mother, finally?
Alright. Once I'm there, I'll say, hey, yeah, got your message in the
Mommy,
book.
I'm home.
Fuck. No, not that. I'll call it, hey, Mom, you home?
Well, hello. Good to see you.
You too. We got your message in the book. Something about fire, smoke.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. I did. I sort of sent. Whenever she brought it to my attention, I asked someone to go and look into it closer, just to see what was going on. I actually tasked your friend that you brought here before, the Dragonborn, to see if she could sort of sneak in close to figure out what was going on.
You mean the secretary one?
Yeah. She did make it back. She was fairly good at sneaking, surprisingly enough.
Oh, good.
And-
For a second there, I was worried you had sent her to her death.
No. I told her to see if she could get close, to see if she could get any other extra bit of information, and then she did get close. She got that information, and she didn't even have to get really close to pick up on it. Which is then what made me worried about it more. Apparently, there's explosions up there.
Explosions.
Yes.
Oh no. They're learning to make cannons. And
Can you read the future, Silver? Or Riven?
no, I'm just
Nope.
guessing here.
But Sam
And I'm not here. I'm here. Sam, the player, is here.
Yes, we established this. So she heard explosions and then she immediately came running back here.
Probably a wise move, all things considered.
But that's what pushed me to bring it up to you more. I have heard from people that have, went into the tavern or came in here to just look into the magic books, that there's some sort of goblin force mobilizing or something that's going on out there. So I don't really know what it is that's going on, but I know that it's something important. And I don't particularly care about sending my son in there to look into it, but
No, don't worry. We'll make sure to bring back an arm.
you're not there.
And the joke also would not go over well.
I know.
But I know that your friend Riven, this was her hometown. So she does have stake in figuring out what's going on up there.
Yeah. That's kind of why we decided to break what we were doing to come check this out.
What were you doing, by the way?
We were headed to Caracal to check in on a friend of ours who's been absent from the group for a little bit. But apparently they're doing fine, so now we can focus on this.
Okay.
But also they can take care of themselves regardless, so this took priority.
Right. All I can say is be careful and don't get too close if you think it's going to be really bad.
Come now, when am I not careful? Don't answer that.
Before you say that, she just gives you a deadpan stare, really?
I mean, to be fair, Locke is probably the most cautious member of this party.
Of this party, yes. But this party has 2 barbarians and a person who enjoys a fight.
Yeah, that is true.
So, to say that he is the calmest and most calculated of the group is not really saying much. Just keep me updated with the books. Brilliant idea, by the way.
Thanks. Wish I could figure out where I got the inspiration.
Don't know.
You're alright, it is a brilliant idea. I am absolutely going to let my ego inflate because of it.
She just sort of messes your hair. Alright, well, it's late at night, and you're not going to go venturing off into that area unless it's daylight, so get you some rest, and then you can continue on in the morning.
Right. Still want to convene with my friends first and just let them know what I picked up from you, at the very least.
Most of your friends are in the room.
Yeah, there's one who's not. That's mostly the one I was talking about.
Oh, well, yeah.
Also, everyone else was being quiet, so for some reason my brain determined, this is private time with Mom.
No, it's just those 2 characters are not as... feel as though they're not as integral as to the plot currently. Because they usually don't. But anyway. So, yeah, you get some rest. and you're going to venture out in the morning to go towards the north to see if you can figure out what's going on.
Correct.
Anyone else?
Do any of
Riven,
us do any of us get funky dreams tonight?
I don't know. It's fine.
I don't like that. The fact that everything is fine makes me concerned.
It usually is the worst sign.
I mean, do you want to weird dreams? You can talk to Ambinswind if you want to weird dreams.
I mean, yeah, but I don't usually get a say in that. I can ask, but it's up to him if he replies.
Yeah. So, you does Riven have anything to say with regards to that, or no, not really?
To what?
To
like the information about the bombs, there being explosions.
Yeah.
I bring that information to you.
Locke's mother learned via the Dragonborn that there are bombs in Dirvel going kaboom.
I mean, I don't know why or how they would have gotten their hands on bombs. But okay. That's just something else we need to deal with.
Yep. It's also worth noting that aside from the moment with there's on rare occasions, you guys know via spells and things what explosions are.
Well, fucking obviously.
So
yes,
there's that, but at the same time, gunpowder is not something that's super common. It is a thing that like Locke and Alessandra would know of, and gunpowder being
returning Dirvel being a bomb factory now. Who knows? They might be making guns.
But all of that involved, the idea that they have access to magic suddenly that allows them to create explosions via fireball seems more far-fetched than they somehow worm their way into stealing gunpowder. So, Alessandra at least is assuming that it's not magic. And if it is magic, then that makes it an even bigger threat. But the hope is it's not that, and then it's just that they've got their hands on stuff. And in regards to that particular question, Locke could respond with that he encountered goblinoids with gunpowder. Because you did. The ones that dropped them bombed you before.
Right. Riven wasn't here for that one, was she?
She was.
Alright.
She was?
You killed the bugbear that was in your dream later.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. So, following all of that, you guys are going to make your way northward. Well, more westward, but northwestward.
Riven would like to lead.
Of course you would like to lead.
Locke has no objections.
Does anyone have objections?
It is loosely, I would assume not. Unless Cad might, because he might have issues with Riven right now, but he's less inclined to act on such issues. Although he has more issues about his proposed father than he does with Riven.
I don't know. That depends on what I remember. But for marching order, I would be in front of Locke.
Of course. Because for some reason you just became hyper defensive of the little boy.
You're my
Bjorn
buddy.
Career.
You give me
continue to-
purpose.
Oh, Locke's the only one that gives you purpose, so that's why you protect him. Just him.
He's the little guy that spoke to me, and y'all helped break me out of prison, and he's little. I want to protect him.
Well, at this point, the only person that's in this party that helped Cad break out of prison is Locke, technically.
Yeah.
Because Silver's not here. And at the time, Oak was not there, and it was Young who's not here.
He is the constant in my life. I don't know.
No.
Must protect small kid.
Fair enough, I guess.
It's almost like protecting others that are smaller or in your blood. Is in your blood. Anyway.
I mean, everyone is small compared to him.
Fair.
That's why I try and protect everyone. Mm-hmm.
You've been protecting just Locke.
Do what?
You need protection, Riven?
I don't know. Sometimes.
I mean, he does use his specters to protect you, too. Speaking of, in all those travels, did you give Bjorn, Cad back the amulet?
Oh yeah,
Probably
it helps with like perception and stuff, right?
Right. I suppose we oughta, yeah.
But the fighting.
Did we ever establish in character that you guys pieced together that that was the amulet?
What, again?
That it was the amulet that was causing the extra damage to Cad. I think we knew something was up.
We knew something was up, but I don't think we deduced that it came from the amulet.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah.
So amulet make me more perceptive.
Alright, are we going to skip the travel to Dirvel?
Unless you have anything specific that you wanted to discuss along the way there. Although you do
No,
got a survival to
if
get
we...
there.
I just want to bring the group in by a certain way.
Oh, okay. So roll yourself survival with advantage to get yourself there. Nat 20, boom. Close
24.
enough.
Close.
2 points away from a nat 20.
Yes.
And you're not advantage, one was still over 20, so I'm going to count that as a win.
Riven wins.
I love how you say that while I'm drawing a Final Fantasy picture.
Alright. So, Riven, you're going to make your way to Dirvel.
Making my way.
Yes. And it is worth noting that upon you guys getting close, particularly with the ones that are much more perceptive with their ears, big ear elephant man, because you are in tune with the amulet now, so your perception of, like, your keen smell that you normally have because of your race has now spread to your eyes and your ears.
What is it? Synesthesia. All of a sudden, I see all the smells.
Not quite that, but
Oh, okay.
it's less that and more your keen sense of smell has now become a keen sense of sight and a keen sense of hearing. But anyway, you're super perceptive. And
Yay.
upon getting close to Dirvel, you will hear, as you're traveling, it's not a big explosion, but it is an explosion.
Do we see where it comes from? Like, can we...
Nope.
Like,
You don't
spot
see any
the
smoke or anything coming from town. You're not close enough for that necessarily. But, or well, there's no smoke coming from the town that you can see, and it sounds like the explosion was muffled.
Some kids in a garage, probably, setting off bombs in Dad's car.
Oddly specific. Do you have experience with that?
None that I can recall.
Okay.
Alrighty. So what is the nature of where you're bringing the group into, Riven?
It would be kind of from the south.
So
Actually, yeah.
ping on the map where it is in relation to Dirvel, because Dirvel is the
Actually,
gold.
actually, it's not going to be from the south. It's going to be like a little bit up here to the
Okay,
northeast.
so more north.
And stuff comes down, and they're going to. Of course, everyone is like super stealthy,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to bring everyone up to like a, at this point, very rundown, little tiny cabin, like it's a one room cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And we should have sight and should be able to get sights on Dirvel from here.
Okay.
Do we see anything?
So, question that I have for you:
Yes.
did Dirvel have a fortified wall when you saw it, or was it?
I
Open?
wouldn't say it was. We did have multiple thousands of people living here. So it was like a good sized village that was growing. So I think there was in process like wooden palisades being put up.
Fair enough.
but not complete.
Yeah. And this cabin would be kind of on like a little ways on the outskirts of town.
Right. Okay. So.
So there would be like I guess there would be like watchtowers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So you are relatively close, and you're off to the edges. Group perception.
Group perception.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's better than my last one.
Locke rolled a 5, 13, 23, 11, 19. Okay. So this is largely Cad and Oak. But I'm sure that these two characters will inform you upon seeing it. For one, the palisades and things that were built up around your town seem as though they had gotten more fortification. They had been more built up. It was a little lackluster, haphazard, because still the resources were a little bit minimal. But it was a bit more built up. Though now, it seems broken. As if the city itself was attacked in the past. Recently.
So it's like they made an effort to repair it, but it has just been re-destroyed.
The walls that Riven remembers being built up were built up more. But those walls have been destroyed. Or at least partly destroyed. And Cad and Oak, these two characters, all of you were there with the encounter with a certain little obnoxious goblin. The banner that is flying center to like Dirvel's town hall. It's the old banner that Twitch used.
Hmm?
Little goblin that you encountered in the past.
Was that? No, I'm thinking of Tree.
No, not Tree. Twitch. The goblin that Kenneth was controlling.
That
It was
we
just
found
outside
in-
of Caverton. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, didn't we hunt him into the woods or something?
Yeah,
Yep.
and Twitch. I recall Twitch saying that he had abandoned
She.
all of this. So
She.
whatever.
She had
Yeah,
told
she had
you,
like abandoned her tribe
yeah,
or something.
She had
Because,
abandoned
they're
her.
going
She had
apeshit.
abandoned her tribe. She said that she had abandoned her tribe, and that she was striking out on her own. She had her own flag, different from the flag that she had when she was with that original group. And then she told Riven that she wasn't a part of those that interacted with her town. She didn't know anything about that. And that she told her the location of her old tribe, and she could do what she wants with all the goblins up north, but don't mess with her tribe. They're hers. Riven didn't investigate that tribe. She decided not to. And you guys
No, because
never
people
bothered-
told me to leave it alone.
Well, you still could have looked into it, but you didn't.
I know, I could have.
But regardless, the flag that she gave you to indicate this is her flag, this is her tribe's flag, is now flying front and center on the top of Dirvel's town hall.
Well, that complicates
It
things.
is, like, do we all notice this?
Oak and Cad.
Or is it just... Okay.
Oak will sort of look to Cad and to see if anyone else noticed, and it's just
What?
We've
So-
seen that flag before. It's familiar.
It is.
what Cad said, and then Oak will sort of point to give you more notice of what it is, and then you'll remember it. Concept of a person sees a thing, and then they can show you where the thing is, and then you see it.
Oh,
So we're
good.
just gonna Riven's gonna slowly deadpan to the group. Just like,
Deadpan what?
I just like kind of look at him like, seriously? We've dealt with this person before, and now they're up here blowing up my town.
Don't look at us. I didn't know that was going to be a
Oh
thing.
no, you guys were the ones that sat there and talked me out of killing her.
Well, she ran from her tribe. That part still holds true.
Yes,
And
but
you said with our perception checks, we noticed that it was like rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
That the rebuilt part was what was destroyed. So Riven, the recently refortified defenses were just broken into.
yeah, by this new flag that you can maybe. Because this is not
That's
the
what it
flag of
looks
the
like.
guy that was sitting on this place. It could have been avoided if you just no.
Not sure
Gotta
that.
have a change of heart and be different and be good. And,
Angry Riven noises.
yeah, see, it's like all goblinoids are the same. Can't trust them.
So what do we
Right.
do then?
Well, it's a damn fine question.
Well, I suppose though we know who the leader is. I guess now we can try to go talk.
Suppose, yeah. It's
Yeah.
an option.
But apparently there's been explosions, and I don't want to risk having to take home a limb to dear old Mommy Locke.
Right.
That's probably terrifying.
Oh, it's a terrifying prospect to me, too.
Oh, I'm sure she would probably figure out a way to bring you back and give you a good scolding.
Or you, for being the one to bring back the arm.
What, do you want me to bring back nothing?
I'd rather bring myself back, thank you.
Then don't die to...
Well, don't get me killed.
Kadruil is getting increasingly uncomfortable by this conversation.
Don't get you killed. Should have just let me kill her in the first place. We wouldn't be here.
Pretty sure we would. She left here.
I mean, we don't know.
Yes, but we don't know if... I mean, the new explosion started recently, and then her flag is up, so... It's a safe assumption to assume that she's the one that's causing the explosions?
Right, just real quick for my own clarification. This is her flag or the flag that she told us not to mess with?
Her flag.
Let's see, I misunderstood, so...
Yeah. Sorry. It is her flag. Yep.
Well, if we've crossed paths with her before, then... Well, the way I see it, we've tangoed with a dragon before, so... We have the option to just go in and say, hey, what's up? Why are you blowing up bombs? And if she's, wasn't being a total lying shit for brains, we can have a really nice, productive conversation. If she was being a total shit for brains, we can make like a black dragon and kill her dead.
We don't know how many's in there.
Fair point. Bjorn, any ideas?
Hmm.
I mean, to be fair, I'm just going to put this out there. This is entirely out of character, but Bjorn does have experience raiding villages.
He does. He was about to recommend fire arrows. Are there much in the way of wood buildings here?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What's left?
Maybe not a popular suggestion. But I would suggest flaming arrows. Burn them out.
I believe there's only one person here that can shoot a bow.
I mean, proficiently, yeah. All of you can shoot a bow.
Yeah, good point.
Just not necessarily being any good at it.
So this is what you do, and this is not meta at all. You shoot a bow with a flaming arrow with the intention of not igniting any gunpowder or wood structures, wink wink. And then when you roll terribly, you accidentally ignite all the wood structures as a gunpowder.
Somehow I don't think the DM would allow for a move like that. To intentionally fail successfully, as the term goes.
Also, the one time you tried to do that, you'd roll a nat 20.
You perfectly don't hit anything of importance.
So then you would just waste an arrow, is what that would boil down to.
Kadruil would volunteer. We did respect her wishes and not mess with her tribe. So maybe
Yet
she won't.
messed with my bounty, my hunt,
Hey, Riven.
my town. Yes.
Your charisma save.
Oh dear.
Bump, bump.
4. Good.
Good? Good? The Dungeon
Yes.
Master said good, everyone. We're all going to die.
Yes.
Riven, in your head.
Oh, good. Whispers.
He gets up and walks towards the town.
Riven?
Ignoring.
Mm-hmm.
Riven, what are you... God damn it. Locke's going after her.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to stop her?
I'm certainly gonna try and, talk to her and figure out what the hell she's doing.
You're not gonna get a response from her.
We can't just walk in without a plan. That's tantamount to suicide. Riven, are you
Still
listening?
nothing.
Bjorn will move to block her path. Like, hold up.
Red flags. Red flags going up all around.
What are you doing?
She goes around.
Oh, that's just childish.
Okay, and I go for the decanter of endless water. And I geyser.
Okay.
Was it a dex
Is this an
save
attack
fall
roll?
over?
Is this so? This is basically just a case of, like, the dog is misbehaving. Spray it.
Riven.
Here's what you can do. What you gotta do.
What is the decanter of endless waters geyser thing? Is it a dexterity save? I don't think it's an attack roll, is it?
The strength save, DC 13. 1d4 damage.
1d4 damage and you fall prone.
2 damage.
Oh, so there is damage involved.
There is, yes.
Not a lot, but yes.
No, that's not good.
Okay, good. Well, that
Did
is
you just trigger a
Oh.
combat encounter?
probably.
Alright. So what you
Depends
doing, Riven?
on anything.
What's that?
Nothing.
Hmm?
I mean, does she continue going on her path, or?
Well, you were knocked prone. If you can get up and...
Yes.
So...
In general, she will get up if.
Yeah,
Regardless.
obviously. You were sprayed with water. You are a bit more to yourself. But you still... That urge... It's really hard to stop right now.
And any thoughts about them actually harming me?
I don't think
Or am I
they're gonna go
focused
that
to-
far. Not yet.
Okay. Then she'll try to continue on her path.
Still saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Riven, can you just stop for a second? And I don't have the black book on me right now.
You do not know.
She does.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you did. But that's fine. So... For purposes, just imagine you're coming in this from the top corner, because I didn't remember what Sam said about the direction, and I had you coming in
Northeast.
from the bottom.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. Battle map. Hooray!
Oh, good.
Oh, good. That just instills confidence.
Yeah. At least we haven't had to roll for initiative.
Yet.
Yet.
I like how all three of us are just like on that exact same note. Just like, yeah, it's gonna happen. We know it is.
This ain't our first rodeo.
True.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's not our
You
first
are not
rodeo.
stealthing at all, are you, Riven?
No, she's just walking straight into town.
Yep.
Are we spotted? Are there goblins running to battle stations?
Let's see. Boop.
Order boops. Oh.
Mhm.
Seeing how many people have seen us.
Oh, they have hearts. They love us.
Can't you do a mass selection?
I don't have all of them on the board currently.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just go with that, and that is who you immediately see close enough. Are you guys still close to Riven?
I mean, yeah, Locke is still trying to stop her because, like, God damn it.
Yeah. Bjorn also is keeping up. Although
Okay,
he's
cool.
not sure what
I
to
just
do
want to
after the
know,
water.
it's like,
I mean, in the event she gets attacked, he wants to be on hand to, help fight and protect her.
Bjorn's pretty sure that's where this is going.
So... Cool. A 12 does not hit you, Riven.
Thank goodness.
Everyone roll me a dexterity save.
Oh, good.
Oh! Wait, everyone?
Everyone
5!
Is close, everyone is close to Riven.
Yo.
I got a 5.
You got a 8 because of Bjorn.
I mean, that's still single digits. I'm not
It is
pleased
still
about
single
this
digits.
number.
Riven, you also do a dexterity save.
21.
Okay. So Locke, just you.
Oh, good. I'm happy. I'm pleased.
He gets
Is
blown up.
Is Hollis close to
I am
you?
happy.
Hollis would be following behind.
Dex save for Hollis.
Oh.
Uh,
Hollis too.
Okay.
Oh wow, Max, cool. The crossbow bolt that was launched at Riven misses Riven and hits the ground next to her and explodes.
Oh, good.
Sorry. And with that,
Hang on.
we will go into. It is a six.
Do we take? Did the one succeed half damage?
Do what?
Did the one succeed take half damage or no damage?
The one that succeed don't take any damage.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Cool people don't look at explosions.
So. Yeah. Little mini firework explosion. And Hollis and Locke. Well, actually. Yeah, it's still close. It would be everybody. Everybody give me a Constitution save, too.
Oh,
oh,
jeez.
good.
Something
That's
that's
a
not a
22.
5.
Yay.
12.
10 and a 22.
Okay,
yeah.
good enough. The DC on is a 10. It's fine.
Okay.
But the Constitution save would be you're deaf for a round. It's loud.
Oof.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I've come to battle.
Yes, and we can do a party initiative because why not?
Oh, I forgot to clicky my person-y.
Oh, yeah, me too. Wouldn't you know?
It's
As soon as you said it.
Oh, look at that.
19, 18. Did you roll an 11, Bjorn? Yeah. Okay, so yours is in there.
Yep. I re-rolled it. My first one was a 15, but
Yeah.
it's whatevs.
I'll take your 15.
Oh,
We need a CAD.
neat.
What did you roll, Cad?
12.
Is that with advantage?
2d20, keeping highest, yes.
Also, not that it matters, but technically Cad would have had advantage on the first dexterity save.
Okay.
Because danger sense.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget stuff.
So, that is the initiative order for the party members, and I will get the initiative order for the rest of the minions later, and we will stop here.
Oh boy. What?
Yay.
Get to go before all of you.
I mean, it makes sense. You took off walking towards them.
It does make
This
sense,
is
yeah.
the war fight.
Fight.
Alrighty then. So yeah, it should prove to be fun. Haha.
Perchance.
Word for it.
And the heart marker things is for me to keep track of stuff, because not all of these goblins are the same. So, let's do, this has been Shadows from Brian, and join us next time from Sam, because that seems like a good idea.
All right. This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Everything's going to explode.
Yes, I love that.
Yes, it's true.
I would have said, join us next time for Riven's explosive diplomacy.
Yes. She is going to find this Twitch and wring her little neck and be like, get the fuck out of my town.
She's gonna be like, thank you for winning my town back for me. I'll take it.